Reverend Jung Jung-won has a newborn son. Thank you. I have one announcement. Including Deborah Choir and Eldris Young-lan from the 16th District, who is in the Deborah Choir. She has always faithfully served the church. And last year, she was sued for defamation by Ye Jong-suk from the breakaway side. The case went to court, and yesterday, on the 11th, she was finally acquitted. And this is regarding a personal trial, but it's also important for the church. That is why I like to share this. In March and April 2022, Philip Lee incited the people on the breakaway side, saying that the elder session was trying to kick him out of the church. And so those people disrupted the elder session twice. The first session could not take place because the breakaway side had occupied Jerusalem sanctuary. And the second elder session was held in Enoch sanctuary to avoid the breakaway side. But there were some members of the breakaway side who attempted to force their way into Enoch sanctuary, and this led to some physical fighting and police intervention. And there was this great uproar 2 years ago. And at this time, Ye Jong-suk took the lead in trying to enter Enoch sanctuary. And in order to enter, she sawed off the handle of the sanctuary's door. And she did that in darkness because there was a blackout. But actually, the Enoch sanctuary door was supposed to be opened by pulling. But because she damaged it, she had no means to open it. So actually, she prevented herself from entry. And Eldris Lee Young-lan shared this matter through Kakao Talk with some of her close saints. And Ye Jong-suk found out about this and filed a defamation suit. And this took place over the course of 2 years. And because of this, Eldris Lee Young-lan asked for prayers from many saints, and she also asked me for prayers, and she went to the prosecutor, to Seocho, to the police, and there were 2 elders who were at the scene, and they testified in court, and there were 2 witnesses among the policemen as well. And yesterday, she was ultimately acquitted. Now, although this ruling by the court was for an individual, there were some key points for the church as well. And that is that the court acknowledged as fact that the followers of Philip Lee disrupted the elder session on March 26th and on April 3rd. This is very important. Because if there are going to be similar trials or judgments, I believe that this ruling will have a positive impact. And since this is a very important matter, the Pyongsan lawyers summarized the details and sent it to us. And they said, this is the summary of the ruling from the court. The content of the Kakao Talk message claiming Ye Jong-suk sawed off the door handle is either not false or there is considerable reason to believe that Eldris Lee Young-lan's Kakao Talk message is true. So this is what the judge wrote. And the judge also said, as evidence, it was acknowledged that during the disruption of the elder session, Ye Jong-suk displayed very aggressive behavior and actually did attempt to open the door with the handle attached, and she admitted that she was handed a saw by Kang Sung-young. In contrast, it cannot be accepted that Eldris Lee Young-lan posted the Kakao Talk message with the intent to slander Ye Jong-suk. The focus of the text was not on attacking an individual, but on criticizing the supporters of Philip Lee for using aggressive means to disrupt the elder session. So Eldris Lee Young-lan, her intent was not to slander an individual or defame somebody, but she wanted to let others know about these illegal actions by Philip Lee supporters. Moreover, this incident can be seen as having been brought on by Ye Jong-suk, who actively participated in the disruption of the elder session. Eldris Lee Young-lan's KakaoTalk message can be viewed as contributing to forming public opinion on an issue of interest to the church members. So this was the ruling by the judge. And lastly, in conclusion, the message saying Ye Jong-suk sawed off the door handle has evidence to be seen as either true or to consider it true. And it seems that Eldris Lee Young-lan posted the message to sort out the confusion within the church and help restore order and turn the church into a sound community of faith. I think the judge received grace because this is what the judge wrote. This is true, actually, and this is very accurate. So more than just the judge taking our side, but the breakaway side, their behavior of disrupting the elder session and their legal behaviors, there are times where it can be relayed incorrectly to the police or to the prosecutor or the judge. But because we still have many results of lawsuits remaining, I am thankful that this ruling will have positive effects. So first and foremost, I thank Father God, and also I'm thankful to the lawyers at Pyungkang who led us to victory, and the two elders who served as witnesses. These two elders consistently went to the court and testified. And to Eldris Lee Young-lan, who quietly held her ground and despite difficult circumstances until now, I thank her as well. Currently, the church is still involved in many lawsuits with the breakaway side. Last time I heard, I thought it was about 50, but now I heard that there are over 100 cases, and just one of them, we have the results, the ruling. But what is certain is that lies cannot overcome truth. They cannot avoid the righteous judgment of our living God. This is a fact and truth. With this faith, I hope that the saints of Pyungkang Church will continue to vigorously guard the church, keep the word, and dedicate themselves to spreading the word of redemptive history to all nations. I will conclude. Thank you.